The Palestinians in Gaza have been using a very, very powerful weapon, far more powerful than nuclear bombs, ever since this war started, and not many people paid attention to it. However, it does come across when people start to think about the number of casualties, and many people start to get upset by what they see, which is truly, devastating to many people. But I think a lot of people, including Palestinians or anyone who's sympathizing with the people in Gaza, they forget that these people in Gaza, they're using that weapon, and it's the most effective weapon any human being can possess. It's more powerful than Israel's bombs. It's more powerful than its warplanes. It's more powerful than the tanks. It's more powerful than nukes. And this weapon is described in a few verses in the Quran, in Surat Al-Imran. And I'm going to recite some of these verses to you. And listen till the end, please. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. Never think of those martyred in the cause of Allah as dead. In fact, they are alive with their Lord, well provided for. فَرِحِينَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَيَسْتَبْشِرُونَ بِالَّذِينَ لَمْ يَلْحَقُوا بِهِمْ مِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ أَلَّا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Rejoicing in Allah's bounties and being delighted for those yet to join them. There will be no fear for them, nor will they grieve. يستبشرون بنعمة من الله وفضل وأن الله لا يضيع أجر المؤمنين. They are joyful for receiving Allah's grace and bounty, and that Allah does not deny the reward of the believers. الذين استجابوا لله والرسول من بعد ما أصابهم القرح للذين أحسنوا منهم واتقوا أجر عظيم. As for those who responded to the call of Allah and His Messenger after their injury, those of them who did good and were mindful of Allah will have a great reward. الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا وقالوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. Those who were warned, your enemies have mobilized their forces against you, so fear them. The warning only made them grow stronger in faith, and they replied, Allah alone is sufficient as an aid for us, and He is the best protector. فانقلبوا بنعمة من الله وفضل لم يمسسهم سوء واتبعوا رضوان الله والله ذو فضل عظيم. So they returned with Allah's favors and grace, suffering no harm, for they sought to please Allah, and surely Allah is the Lord of the infinite bounty. إنما ذلكم الشيطان يخوف أولياءه فلا تخافوهم وخافون إن كنتم مؤمنين. That warning was only from Satan, trying to prompt you to fear his followers. So do not fear them. Fear me if you are true believers. ولا يحزنك الذين يسارعون في الكفر إنهم لن يضروا الله شيئا يريد الله ألا يجعل لهم حظا في الآخرة وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. Do not grieve for those who race to disbelieve. Surely they will not harm Allah in the least. It is Allah's will to disallow them a share in the hereafter, and they will suffer a tremendous punishment. These verses are only some of the artillery that the Palestinian people in Gaza have. And this is the strongest weapon that they possess to go through things that most of humanity cannot go through. So don't feel too bad for them, because they're surviving very well with the protection of the Almighty, who has all power in His hands.